What's going on in this video of drawing dynamic poses? I chose two poses from Pinterest, two being from the show Invincible. And I think these are two drawings that were done by Ryan Ottley, one of the artists on the Invincible series in the comic. I wanted to do a few poses where he's kind of like, in the air hovering. And I think the other one is him flying. So with this one, I started out with the head as usual. And I'm doing a different method where I'm, drawing the circle for the torso and then the circle for the midsection with a square for the bottom area. And I'm kind of just going in and trying to figure out the position and the angle of the way he is posing. So I'm going through, I'm adding in the cylinders, I'm figuring out the perspective of how he is, because the top half is a little bit larger than the bottom, not by too much, but you have to kind of just show it getting a little bit smaller as you go down. So I'm just following the simple methods that I've been doing before, where I'm just adding the different shapes of circle for the shoulder, and I'm gonna add in the cylinder for the arm. Right now I'm placing a circle for the shoulder on both sides to kind of show that perspective, to show, his perspective, the angle that he's in. One shoulder is a little bit above the other one because of the perspective. So you wanted to kind of show that. That's why I drew those first, so I can know where to place those before I start to add in the rest of the body parts towards that circle. And again, I'm just roughing out the shapes, figuring out where everything goes. I'm adding that center line in the back to show the curve in the back and also the curve on the bottom. Adding the cylinder for the arm. His arm is going out a little bit in his hero stance. And the cylinder for the forearm. I didn't really add a circle for the elbow. I kind of just left it out. I mean, because you can kind of just figure out, how the elbow can fit in there. Sometimes I may add the circle for the elbow. Sometimes I might not. It all depends on, how fast I'm going. Because I'm just trying to get everything down quickly. Because technically you wouldn't want to spend too much time on this phase before you start to, add in those details. This is more of a practice to where you're, figuring out the shapes, trying to figure out how the shapes go. And then that way, when you start to draw it quickly, when you need to draw a pose within like seconds, you can kind of just throw the shapes down real quick without necessarily getting the shapes or drawing the shapes fully detailed. You can just lightly just have one line or two here and there just for you to know where everything goes, because you've been used to drawing these shapes. Then you can just start adding in those details straight after, erasing the lines lightly and just adding details. Right, I'm just going in, I'm just darkening some of the areas since the pose is pretty much done. Adding in some fine details to it, just the missing foot from the bottom, darkening a little bit more of the lines. Now this pose, I've done the same way, same methods before. Circle for the head, kind of work my way in there, and then add center line. I always add the circle and then that little center line just to kind of see where the eyes are going to go and the face and everything. Now I add the circle for the chest, and since this is foreshortened because he's flying and you're only seeing the front of him and not really too much of the back, the circle is kind of overlapping that top circle. So I'm adding that center line to kind of just show how it is, because you're not really seeing much of the bottom. So you're kind of just connecting it to that bottom circle. Because if you were to draw it, erasing all the lines, you would erase that circle that's showing, within that larger circle up top. And it's kind of a method for drawing foreshortened characters or foreshortened poses. I'm just adding in. I had added the circle for the shoulders, and I'm adding in the cylinders for the arms. I'm kind of just figuring out how to get those arms out. And again, I didn't draw circles for the elbows. I kind of just you know, because once you detail it, you kind of just already know where the elbows will go. So I didn't really focus too much on adding details to the adding circles like that. And a lot of times I don't really add circles for the elbows. I mean, it depends on the position of the pose. So right now I'm adding in this clenched fist. And again, I'm drawing the circle for the knuckles. I always like to add a circle for the knuckles first, and I kind of just add in the shapes of the fingers as I go. And it's always the same cylinder method in drawing the fingers, but since you're not really seeing too much of the fingers, it's easier to draw the fists. Just darkening some of the lines. And I'm adding in the circles for the fist on the other side. Making those cylinders for the fingers. Not really drawing too much of the cylinders. You kind of just maybe like one cylinder since the fist is clenched. Making a thumb. Darken up a little bit just so you can see a little bit better. Sometimes I'll darken over the lines just to keep the hand warmed up before you start to go in and detail it to whatever character you're trying to make. But that's it for this video. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hype it up, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment for anything else you want to see. Take care.